So we are at the parking lot, which is a really popular spot for us, but it works really well with everything.
It really does. The parking lot is a great spot.
Parking lot really is a great spot. You see there's cars.
I see Ben's truck.
Yeah, and I see your car. And I see a lot of people's cars I know. If you want, we should totally do this one time, just like a...
Just go around and show everybody's car.
This is so-and-so's car, this is so-and-so's car.
All right, next time.
Yeah,
But,
we'll do that next time.
So why are we at the parking lot today? Because I know we were here last week too.
Because a lot of seniors here drive to school. And guess what? They about to be leaving school.
Why are we leaving school?
They coming in late.
Or why are we coming in late?
Because they got senior privileges.
But we know Ben doesn't.
I actually, you see, that's a
Have
really,
your best.
no, we have a really sad story to tell you because in the beginning of the year, no, I passed my keystones and everything, but in the beginning of the year, I had a study hall. But the study hall was 5th period, and so like I couldn't come in late and I couldn't leave early because it's 5th period. So I really wouldn't get much, and so I switched into library science. And now I don't have a study hall, so now I really don't get anything. But even if I did have the 5th period study hall, I wouldn't really get much. So it's a really sad story, and you guys should all like cry for me. So let's.
All right, we're over it.
Okay, I'm not over it. I'll never be over it.
Suck it up.
Okay.
What?
So the people who think they're better than me and have a 1st, 2nd, 7th, or 8th study hall get these privileges, and they're so lucky, and I'm really jealous of them. So let's go find out what they are, because I think they might be leaving early and coming in late.
Go check it out. There was a...
Hi, today we're here with Principal Smith to talk about senior privileges. Hi, Mr. Smith, how are you?
I'm great. Hi.
Good. All right, so we're going to start off with a basic question as to what are the senior privileges?
Well, senior privileges started as an incentive for our testing. So when we had PSSA, we identified that we didn't have enough students taking the tests, and, and our attendance wasn't real good. So the whole idea of incentive started with improving attendance and improving the number of students that we had to take the exams.
Okay. And could you give us a list of what the privileges are?
All right, so now they've evolved a bit, and one of our privileges is that for our current seniors that scored proficient on all 3 Keystone exams on biology, literature, and algebra, if they have fewer than 3 unexcused absences, if they have fewer than 3 unexcused lates, and they're passing all their classes, then they qualify for what we're calling a senior privilege, which is if you have a study hall 1st period with parental permission, you can come in a little late. You can miss that 1st period study hall. With parental permission, if you have an 8th period study hall, you can leave early. So that's sort of it in a nutshell. And then on the block days, we also have the same privilege if you have a 2nd period study hall or a 7th period study hall.
Okay. And what are the procedures a student has to follow to get these?
Well, first, I'll say that the team here at the school did a much better job with the data. We got it a little sooner from the state because last year we didn't have senior privilege in place until probably the wintertime. So we look at the data, we determine who's eligible based on testing, then we wait for the first 4 weeks of school, and then we sort of make sure students are coming, they're doing what they need to do in the classroom, and they're here on time. So they were notified by the administrative team.
Okay. And why are they important?
Well, I think they're important. I mean, it's sort of like a bonus for you've done your job, you've done it well, and so we're going to try to give you back a little bit. Until the current sophomores, these tests are graduation requirements, so you're required to pass the tests. All the classes before them, it was just please take the test, please do as good as you can, and we thought that it was important to give back a little bit to reward effort.
Right. All right. So, and you said the juniors get the senior privileges during their senior year?
The juniors, the current juniors this year will also be entitled to a senior privilege next year.
Okay.
So we have a whole group of juniors that maybe weren't proficient. They were very close. So when we retest in January, it's sort of a little extra incentive for them. I mean, you may not be thinking about it now, but I think it's pretty cool to be able to sleep in a little extra your senior year, maybe leave a little bit early.
Right.
I think that's a pretty cool incentive.
Okay, so it's like future seniors and current seniors.
Oh yeah, it's important. It's important for all the grades because I don't see this going away anytime soon.
Okay, that's good. And how do you get them?
Well, you just, what happens is once you're notified, it was a parental permission slip, there was a meeting. Mr. Brenner met with eligible seniors, handed out the permission slips, we collected them back, and we sort of keep a database of who's eligible and who's not.
Okay. And what about the students that the students who are eligible and have a study hall, but it's like in the middle of the day?
Right now, the only thing that we have for them is we don't really want students coming and going during the middle of the day. I think that there's too much to risk to sort of run out to lunch and run back and try to do all that in 40 minutes. So what we do is we have them check in with their study hall teacher, and then they're allowed without a pass to go to the library. So they can just sort of check in. Some days the library's closed if there's too many classes, but most days Mr. Schmalbach welcomes those students in and gives them a place to work.
Okay. And what about the students who are eligible but don't have a study hall?
Students that are eligible and don't have a study hall, it's just one of those unfortunate things. If they're scheduled for 8 credits, it's called an incentive, it's a privilege, and we'd rather students be signed up for 8 classes than to have a whole bunch of study halls.